Union will want to mark the occasion by qualifying for Europe. Here he is.
Craig, your team need a point to guarantee fourth place and European football next season. Does that give you a dilemma about whether to be cautious or attack-minded today?
No, not really. I mean, in some ways the decision's been taken out of my hands, certainly with the system that we're playing, because Andy Shala got an injury midweek in training, so he's out. Frans Sandaza hasn't trained all week because his hamstrings are tight. So that leaves me with David Goodwillie. So Sandaza's on the bench. And if I want to at any point get two strikers on the bench, I can't start Sandaza because it'll only last maybe 45 minutes or so. So, yeah, fairly straightforward decision for me.
Dundee United are unbeaten against Rangers at Tannadice since you took over. That dates back to October 2006. That must be a big positive for your players.
Yeah, it's a statistic that we can look at and take some confidence from. But whether it has a huge effect on today's match, I couldn't be sure. What I do know is that we're very disappointed with our performance last week against Hearts, and I do know that we'll be better this week.
And you've made 3 changes. Kovacevic comes back in, as well as Darren Dodds and Paul Caddis. Yeah.
Well, we're going with 3 up top of Caddis, Goodwillie and Craig Conway. I bring Kovacevic back in for his height and pace because we don't have a lot of height in the team other than the back line. And, if you look through our team today, we've gone with energy, pace, maybe not so much a physical presence, certainly midfield or up front.
Best of luck today, Craig.
Thank you very much.
Here it's happy birthday Dundee United, 100 today, and Eric Gunn, Divisional Director of the Clydesdale Bank, handing over to Stephen Thompson, United's chairman.
And let's take a look at today's teams. And Dundee United make 3 changes from the Hearts defeat. Frans Sandaza, a frequent scorer against the Old Firm, isn't quite fully fit, so he drops to the bench, as do Sean Dillon and Gary Kenneth. In come Michael Kovacevic, Darren Dodds and Paul Caddis, who rather interestingly is on loan from Celtic. Keeper Lucas Zaluska is joining Celtic. 20-year-old David Goodwillie has scored 3 goals in 7 games.
Well, Dundee United have played a 4-4-2 against Rangers this season, but today it's a stuffier looking 4-5-1 come 4-3-3. Kovacevic at right back has been in and out all season and normally appears when there's a specific job to do. He'll have Lafferty in his sights this afternoon. Craig Levine's midfield is brimming with energy. All 5 can play a bit and can run all day. This is where the manager feels his side can win the battle. And up front, it's the young and much improved David Goodwillie.
For the first time in 33 matches, Walter Smith names an unchanged team, so Barry Ferguson is again on the bench. Majid Pugera plays after winning an appeal against his red card v Aberdeen. Kyle Lafferty plays. He won't be punished until next season for his shameful behaviour in the same game. Chris Boyd has scored 9 goals in 11 games for Rangers against Dundee United. Kenny Miller could become a title winner with both sides of the Old Firm.
Yeah, this is the side that Walter Smith hopes will clinch the title. It's built on strong foundations. Statistically, the best defence in the SPL Weir, and Pugera at its core, rock solid in combination. Edu just ahead is the only other player with defensive responsibilities at the top of his agenda. Mendes, well, he seems to have tired recently, but one last push can still make him Rangers' most influential midfielder today. And up front, it's the best 2 strikers on the books and the 2 that form the best partnership. Miller and Boyd have 43 goals between them. It could take just 1 more to finish champions.
A final day of drama in Scotland. It's becoming a bit of a tradition. The Old Firm have gone the distance again, and it's going to be a fascinating finale. After 10 months of ifs, buts and maybes, it all comes down to the last 90 minutes of the season. Dundee United, though, are 100 years old today. In their early days, they were known as Dundee Hibernian. Played in green and had a huge Irish following. Sounds familiar? The 38th and final game of a gruelling SPL season for Celtic and Rangers will decide the destiny of the title, and Dundee United, of course, need a point to guarantee European football. For the 3rd time in 5 years, a helicopter will be hovering with the SPL trophy. Destination Dundee or Glasgow. We are going to witness the mixed emotions that football can bring, the ups and the downs of it. Unconfined joy for some today, seemingly never-ending misery for others. Winning the title would be just unbelievable. Losing the title would be just unbearable. It's going to be a day of nervous tension, and at the end of it all, extreme exhaustion.
Yeah, what a day we've got ahead. Pressure on all sides. But here at Tannadice, we've got good footballing United, young players looking for Europe next season. Of course, Rangers with the biggest prize of all on their minds.
Well, Rangers have toiled at Tannadice in recent times. Just one win in their last 9 visits, and that was over 3 years ago. Both Rangers and Celtic have tried tossing this title away, but it's not going anywhere. It is time to reach out and touch.
That is probably the last place the Rangers fans wanted to be today to win the title. Very difficult at Tannadice. Their record hasn't been that good of late. But one game, one final push for those fans and for the players on the pitch. Of course, their away record has improved of late. Rangers seem to manage to just grind out wins, and it's been a really important run of matches for them. Good timing as far as the title's concerned. Of course, Dundee United, well, they haven't got such a great record at the moment at Tannadice as they've had in the past. I think that's why clinching that European place has been so tough.
The champions will go straight into the Champions League next season. The runners-up will face a couple of nasty qualifying rounds. Rangers and Celtic have already lifted the title in their dreams, but now it's time for their players to turn those dreams into reality. If Rangers win today, of course, they would be champions, and there would be absolutely nothing Celtic could do about it.
Yeah, and I think if you offered Walter Smith that at the beginning of the season, he'd have definitely taken it. It's in Rangers' hands. A win and the title's theirs.
A nervous wait in the tunnel for the two teams, eager to get out there now. The Old Firm are locked in a titanic tussle for the title. Champions or runners-up, everything or nothing. Judgment Day has arrived. Chris Boyd has had a quiet few games, but it's time to deliver today. With 19 goals in 25 matches against Dundee United in his career, he just might. How ironic if Kenny Miller should prove a major influence, though. He could become only the 4th player ever to win titles with Celtic and Rangers after Alec Bennett yonks ago, Mo Johnston and Stephen Presley. Paul Caddis is on loan from Celtic. You couldn't make it up. He could do his parent club a very large favour today. And Lukas Zaluska will join his Polish pal Artur Boruc at Celtic next season. He's the last barrier for Rangers today in his last appearance for Dundee United. Dougie MacDonald is in charge of the mayhem. Walter Smith was Dundee United's assistant manager when they won the title in the 80s. He clinched the last of his 7 crowns as Rangers manager here in 1997. Maybe it's meant to be at Tannadice today for Walter Smith. Well, a day like this, you don't really believe it'll go your way, you just hope. But where there is hope, there is fear. Because coming second in Glasgow means coming last. Bugera. Davis. Chris Boyd turning, and it's forced in by Kyle Lafferty. Villain last week, hero this week, an early goal as Rangers target the title.
Lafferty, just after 5 minutes, the hero. It's poor defending though from Dundee United. It's onside, lovely ball in there from Davis, and Boyd does so well. And I don't think Lafferty knows much about that.
Papach. Chris Boyd, can he take this chance? He's taking his time, and an incredible clearance by Kovacevic on the line. Unbelievable.
Oh, that's fantastic defending. Papach doing ever so well down the left-hand side. It's a lovely ball in as well. And Boyd gets mixed up, then he turns, finds himself that yard, hits it so well. And Kovacevic gets himself back on the goal line to help his goalkeeper out. And his goalkeeper needed it.
Papach sees this one bounce off the wall. Mendes! It's in! From Pedro Mendes! Rangers are in a hurry! Hot on the trail of the title now!
What an unbelievable strike. Under so much pressure as well. Because no one comes out. He takes a swing at it with a left peg. And he's scored them like this before, but never on as big a day, I don't think.
Bugera for Davis. Stephen Whittaker returns it to Stephen Davis. Mendes, nicely done. Whittaker, Boyd! Get that chopper to Dundee now! Chris Boyd delivers! And Rangers have the title beckoning big time.
Number 31. If anyone was going to bag it for Rangers, it was Chris Boyd. A great move as well down the right-hand side. Again, Davis involved. Lovely little ball out there from Mendes to Whittaker. Perfect cross on a plate for Boyd. And there's no danger it's not hitting the net.
Gary Kenneth forcing Alexander into action late in the game.
The first time that Alexander's had something to deal with, and it's from the big defender, Kenneth.
Rangers fans have spent most of the afternoon warming up for the big party.
Yeah, and they're building up for the crescendo now.
Walter Smith knows that's that. Shake of hands already with Craig Levine. Rangers have done it! Rangers have won it! Champions of Scotland for the first time in 4 years! In the city of discovery, Rangers have rediscovered that title-winning feeling.
To take the opportunities that did come our way, we had a couple that might have been opportunities that did come our way. We had a couple that might have been classed as good goal-scoring opportunities. We didn't take them, but I felt we were okay. Until we lost that second goal. Then after that, it was, as I say, it's a different dressing room, 2-0 down as opposed to 1-0 down.
I can't. Minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good goal from Rangers' point of view. They kept the ball on the floor. They kept looking to see if they could exploit any space in that Dundee United ranks, and eventually it comes into Chris Boyd here, and I think Lee Wilkie's just a little bit flat-footed, and I'm not sure if Chris Boyd's looking to hit the target there or just hitting it across the goal, but it's ironic once again that Kyle Lafferty, who may well have been suspended, is on the pitch and manages to score, and that's how football works sometimes. 1 week. Everyone's giving you dog abuse, next week's everyone cheering. For me, I can't understand why United have got 6 on the wall here. You know, I mean, it's Parpatch that's hitting it, not Ronaldo. And, you know, but it's a fantastic strike by Pedro Mendes, who was excellent right throughout the match, as was all the Rangers players, to be fair. But it's a fantastic strike from a top-class player. But you see here, 6 players in the wall, hits something, and there's no one there to get out to the ball. And he hits it between a ruck of players, but he just concentrates on hitting the target, making sure he doesn't put too much pace on the ball, and the goalkeeper's got no chance. And again, I felt the third goal was a very, very well worked goal. See Davis coming inside, as you know, that it leaves space for Whittaker to go on the outside. A little clip down the corner, and then again Mendes out to Whittaker. Perfect ball, Boyd where he is, time and time again, right in the middle of the 6-yard box. See him here, he's in between defenders, just gambles where the ball's going to go. There's no one better. The top goal scorer in the country. Rangers have the best defensive record. They've got the most points. They thoroughly deserve the title, Jim.
And for the fact that everybody trumpeted that Dundee United had a great record against Rangers and Celtic, they finished the season poorly, haven't they?
Yeah, very poorly. You know, they threw it away, really, that European chance, and Aberdeen came up on the inside and just overtook them in the final furlong. But, you know, you've got to congratulate Aberdeen, but I think Craig Levein will be disappointed by the end of his season.
Some very happy Rangers supporters, very happy Rangers players, and funnily enough, a very happy Rangers coach. Last weekend, Rangers take the title by 4 points in the end from Celtic. Hearts finished third, with Aberdeen pipping Dundee United to 4th spot and a place in the qualifying rounds of next season's Europa League. As Jim said, Motherwell topped the bottom 6 by 4 from Kilmarnock. Hamilton finished 9th, well done to them. Falkirk 10th after looking doomed the week before, and Inverness relegated on goal difference, just 2 behind St Mirren.